everyone, so today's Halloween video is gonna be some quick tutorials on how to do some Snapchat filters, and I'm doing some of my favorites. I wish I could do all of them, but I'm not. That would be a really long video, but I'm always on Snapchat. I'm obsessed with it, and if you don't follow me, I'll just pop my name right here so you can follow me. These are very easy to do if you don't have a costume yet, you just want to throw this together. Most likely you're gonna have all the products that I mentioned in the video. I also wanted to mention that Tweezerman sent us some brushes to try out for some Halloween tutorials, and all the brushes that you see that look like this, sleek and black, are all from Tweezerman. If you're interested in any of them, I will put a link down below. And I also wanted to mention any makeup products that I use will be posted on our blog just to save some time in the video, because it's gonna be a few looks in one video. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and let's get on to the video. Okay, so the first look we're going to be doing is the pop art filter, and this one's really easy to do, and you can also create an entire costume around it. We're going to be starting with the foundation first, and I apply a very light foundation with the flat top foundation brush. And this filter makes your skin look really light if you aren't light already, so that's why I did a lighter foundation. Next, I apply some concealer and then blend it all out. And then I set the entire face with a loose powder. I filled in the brows kind of thicker than they normally are. And then the beginning of the brow kind of has a pointed shape to them, so I did that as well. I take the brow brush and dip into a chocolate brown eyeshadow and fill in the entire brow. And then I use a black eyeshadow to trace around the entire brow. Next, I apply an eye primer all over my lids. I apply NYX's Jumbo Pencil in Peacock all over the lid, avoiding the crease. I pick up a cobalt blue eyeshadow onto the shader brush and pack that onto the lid. And then I go in with a liquid liner and create a wing. Then, to make our eyes appear bigger, I apply a white pencil onto the waterline. Next, I line my bottom lash line with a black pencil. And then with a black shadow, I slightly smoke that out. Then, using that liquid liner again, I draw on some lashes toward the end of the bottom lash line. For all the comic book lines on my face, I take a black water activated paint onto the line glider brush, and I start adding lines to the hollows of my cheeks. And then I go down one side of the nose. I go along the sides of my nostrils. And I also made a line where my brow would naturally furrow, or like a wrinkle would form between your brows. And also the filter had a line in the crease of the lids. And we also make some lines on top and under the lips. I fill in my entire lip with a red lip liner. And then over the top of that, I take a matte red liquid lipstick. Next, I go in with a small liner brush and a black paint, and I line around the entire lip. I also line the opening of my mouth, making sure I don't press my lips together before they dry, or else you'll have a big ol' mess. And then I also draw in some lines in the center of the lip. I take a bright blue paint and start drawing on the teardrop. And then I outline everything again with the black paint. And lastly, I highlight the bottom of each teardrop with the white paint. And that's it. It's pretty easy to recreate, and you can create an entire Halloween costume with this. So yeah, on to the next filter. Now we're gonna start on the black smudgy eye mask filter. I feel like everyone calls this one something different. I like to name it after a character on the show The 100 named Lexa, but one of my friends calls it the Winter Soldier filter, so yeah. But yeah, I start again with a light foundation, and then I apply eyeshadow primer all over my lids. I fill in my brows because you can still see them through this filter, but this is totally optional. I just did this because I don't like my natural brow shape. I messily apply a black jumbo pencil all over my eye area and then blend it all out with the foundation brush. I take a matte black shadow onto the blender brush and I go to town, applying it everywhere. I also darken my waterline with that same pencil. And then I messily drag down the lines down my cheeks. And I feel like this filter makes your lips look really pouty, so I overdrew my lip line with a light brown pencil. And then over the top of that, I apply a nude pink lip crayon. And that's it. I popped in some contacts because I feel like the filter gives your eyes this kind of hazy gray color. But yeah, let's get on to the next filter. And lastly, I recreate the deer filter, which is one of my all-time favorites because it changes your voice and I just like that. I don't know why. To save some time, I applied foundation, concealer, and I also filled in my brows. I did want this look to be a little more glam, so we're gonna do this classic pinup eye look. I start applying an eye primer all over my lid. And then I take a bone colored eyeshadow and apply it all over my eye for a nice even base. To make the eyeshadow pop a little more, I apply a white pencil onto my lid. And then I apply a shimmery champagne shadow on top, also highlighting the tear duct. And that was a lot of shish 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 shish. I take the pointed concealer brush and pick up a reddy brown shadow and I apply that into my crease. Also taking that shadow onto my lower lash line. I highlight under my brow with that bone colored eyeshadow again and blend everything out. Now for the double wing line, the filter has it in the middle of the lid, but I wanted this to be a little more wearable, so I drew on 2 wing lines toward the end of my eye. I take a nude pencil and apply that onto my waterline. I apply loads of mascara to my top and bottom lashes since I'm not going to be applying any false lashes this time. For the color on the apples of the cheeks, I apply a white base first just so that the color comes out a little more intense. Then I apply an orange shadow on top, making sure it's blended around the edges. I do the same technique for the orange along the bridge of my nose and between my brows. And then in the center, I apply some white streaks to kind of resemble hair. And then I go in with some orange face paint and go in between the lines. Next, I apply white dots with a white cream paint. I paint white around the nose, keeping the tip clear for the black cream paint we're going to be applying. And then with the black cream paint, I start drawing on the nose. And then I set that with the matte black shadow. I take some white eyeshadow and blend that around the nose. Lastly, for my lips, I line them with an orange lip pencil. And this filter doesn't add any color to your lips, so you can add any color you want. Then I add a pinky nude gloss on top. I made these deer ears out of some felt paper and hot glued them to a headband. And that's it. There you have 3 Snapchat filter makeup looks. I hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to add us on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Have a fun and safe Halloween, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!